Okay, we'll see Competition Act case study now. Case study number 7. Okay, what happened? There is one car company. This case law is mostly related to Tata Nano. So imagine that company is holding a large market share, huge market share they are having in the car market. So what is the market? Car market. Okay, this is the market. Now they introduce a new model of car and they told the pricing is very less, and heavy promotion advertisement has been made, and the entire money of the car has been taken as a deposit. Total money has been taken as a deposit, like what Nano did. No, 1 year before itself you have to deposit. And in that policy they told, orally the dealers, when they took the deposit, the dealers told it will be delivered in 3 months. But as per the company's policy, okay, it is actually 5 months. But in the receipt, when they taken the deposit, in the receipt it is printed as 6 months. Okay, but this is all just a story. It's not necessary. Actually, no delivery happened. So this buyer keep on writing letters to dealers, the main car manufacturing. They told huge demand came, so it is not able to produce in that time, kind of. So please wait some more time. And suddenly they started increasing the prices from retrospective effect. From the day one of buying, they started increasing the price. Like that, that's what the announcement made by the. Okay, so if you want to take the car, you take the car in the revised price. Otherwise, you will give back your money, but no interest will be paid. Okay, for 1 year waiting, there is no interest payment. So GST benefit also. In the meantime, GST is introduced. See, that time when Tata Nano was there, some excise duty benefit, something, but they have not even passed on that some GST benefits or anything like that. So they are asking some questions in this case, that whether this company is having dominant position, whether they are abusing their dominant position. So point number 1, yes, this company is having dominant position in this relevant market. Car market is a relevant market. Passenger cars is there are so many cars. This is called passenger cars. So this is the market, and yes, they are having the major market share. Hence, it is a dominant. They are in dominant position. Whether they are using unfair trade practices, yes, they are doing some unfair trade practices, because they are increasing the price from the retrospective effect. Increasing the price is not unfair trade practice. If there is a huge demand, you can increase the price, so that is not unfair. But increase the price from the retrospective effect is unfair trade practices. Then they are asking whether there is any Competition Act violation in increasing the price. See, in Competition Act there is no violation in increasing the price, but it's a Contract Act violation, breach of contract. Okay, what you promise is not what you delivered, kind of delay in delivery, increasing in the prices and all. Competition Act there is no big problem, but Contract Act it's a breach. Then they asked what is the relevant market in the question. You should say passenger market is the relevant market. Okay, so these are the basic case study and the question. See, on the face it looks very simple after my explanation, but it took almost 15-20 minutes to even go through the question. Okay, and I explained it in just 1.5 or 2 minutes. See, ultimately after reading the question, you have to develop the hints like this. Then only, if you develop the hints like this only, you can write all the questions. You have to remember, see, when you start watching a film, at the end of climax you should know how the scenes has been screenplayed. See, outline this is Competition Act case, increasing in price, that's all. Outline is not a matter. That screenplay, they have done a big screenplay. Okay, and it took some time for us to understand, but whenever you are reading the questions, okay, you should know the entire story and the screenplay. Okay, what happened, and then only we can answer the question. Okay, because each and every time after reading the question, if you go back and read the main question, after reading the, say for example, descriptive, they ask certain questions, MCQ or a normal question. So don't again read the case study one more time. Make sure, because if you are going to again and again read the question, case study, then your time will get spoiled. So what you should do, by the time you finish that case study question, basically, make sure that you know the crux of that question. Okay, so there will be different characters also introduced, that also you should know. So you should underline that character name. That is the reason we have to have a rough paper for this economic law. We have to make a rough paper. Even hint development, yeah, no, don't take in that what I can say, that answer sheet itself you write rough. For each and every question you put something called rough. Okay, and you can write all these things whenever you are studying, like how you are writing, no, like you have to write rough. Don't even strike off that, just write rough. Then take the next page and write the question number and write the answers. Okay, it's no issue, because in the starting instruction itself they told all your rough should be in the main answer sheet itself, and they would have told. So you need not worry, you can have something called rough, mailer rough, then turn the page and always start with the left hand side page. Left hand side, one case study if you are writing, first case study you write in the right hand side page, then afterwards, because left and right should be together, then only you can easily copy whenever you want to write, no. So then I want to leave that right hand side page, you have to strike out and write PTO, please turn over, you should write, so that if you have anything left now you can do that. Understood? Please make sure that you are striking off that page. Okay. Listen to some tips. Now we'll go to the next case study. What is the next case study? 8 case study. First page right. Okay, that you start with the right. Subsequently I am telling you. Second question you have to start with the left. Okay, next case study number 8. So interesting case study actually. There is one insurance scheme launched by central government, country people's program kind of, like how our DMK government launched one insurance scheme with Star Health Insurance Company. Okay, there is one insurance scheme launched. No, same thing, like central government is launching the scheme. In that 25% should be contributed by state government, 75% will be contributed by central government. Now for auctioning or tendering, they have one agency, okay, which will do this process of auctioning and tendering. This insurance company, so many insurance companies are participating. 4 insurance companies which are subsidiaries of some government owned general insurance company, they are also participating in that, and they are actually forming kind of cartel. They are forming an association where they are having this kind of meetings where they want to fix what kind of bids can be made, and whoever won, they will take 58% of the total turnover or profit share, and other people who are in that cartel, okay, association, they will be given 15% share. So 55 will go to this person, and other people 45 will go to those people. That 3 other people are there, so 4% in the group, so 3 other people will take this 45%, 15%. Then one insurance company in that association won the bid. So what happened? The bid got awarded to them, and other people are sharing it. This is going peacefully for 1 year. But actually, this company which won the bids, they increased the prices. Okay. So after increasing the prices, what happened? This main agency cancelled that contract. Okay, what is this? You increase the prices, so we are going to cancel your contract. There is one clause called exit clause. Okay, in that tender. So with that they cancel the contract and they go on for re-tendering. Okay, re-tendering they went. In re-tendering, what happened? Another company which is not there in this 4, the one more new company which has already applied for the original tender, which they didn't get awarded. Now they got awarded. Okay, their bids is very low and they got awarded. And in fact, their pricing is lesser. Then you can have a question, sir, if the pricing is lesser, whether they are going for predatory pricing. Predatory pricing is prohibited, okay, under Competition Act, but this is not predatory pricing. Here they are telling what? It's a very good competitive pricing and we are still making a profit with this pricing. They are showing the proof that still they are making a profit. Then what happened in the meantime? Why, if this is possible, then why D got awarded that contract? So when they did some investigation, it came to know that this agency and the companies are all know each other properly, and it has been awarded to them. So some unfair practices has been made in the awarding of tender. So what is the question? Obviously bid rigging, cartel formation. So bid rigging and cartel formation. Then unfair practices has been made to take the tender, win the tender. So they have given some turnover basis and all, and profit basis. So you have to see 10% of the turnover, 3 times of the profit booked, whichever is higher, you can put penalty. No, for that reason they would have given the chart of turnover and profits. So you should not feel bad because when they give so much information in the question. See, whenever they give turnover or profit information, why they are giving? Because as per the Competition Act, the penalty is 10% of the turnover or 3 times of the profit. Because of that only they are giving this thing. Then see, some stories was given, like now after 1991 government owned insurance companies are privatized, little privatized, there is no fully government owned company. Why this they are telling all these things? Because whether a government company, whether you can initiate a action on a government company, that question, whether you can initiate a action on a government company is the question. So answer is what? Yes, okay, because it is not a sovereign function, it is only an enterprise function. So you can initiate government against a government company also, we can initiate. That is the answer. So questions they have asked, some questions in that these 4 insurance company, whether they are in a single economic control. That is the first question. The answer is what? Yes, they are under single economic control, even though they are all coming under the ministry. They are all coming under the ministry of, but that ministry is not involved in this question, because what the cartel level they have formed, it's not even given to the known to the ministry. So you should not pull the ministry, but because government owned, GIC means like general insurance company which is owned by the government, they are owning this company, even though they are all not fully owned, they are still subsidiary. So, and they are going for a single economic benefit. So there is a single economic benefit, but ministry should not be involved here. Then what anti-competitive things they have done? See, they did bid rigging. In anti-competitive, they did bid rigging. Then unfair practices they have made. Then what clauses can be invoked, okay, in future in the tender, what clauses and all can be done in the tender, so that this kind of thing is not going to happen again. So you should tell what, no abusing of any dominant position, okay, no unfair practices should be maintained, kind of no anti-competitive agreements to be entertained between the parties coming for bids, kind of. Then no predatory pricing, okay, that also you can include. Then we came to the case study, sub case study is there, radio taxi case study. In that radio taxi study, it's like a case study between Meru, Fast Track or Bharti Call Taxi versus Ola. See, in this case study, in the original case, Ola won the case. Because Ola is just entering the market with very less pricing, point number 1, and high incentives to the car drivers, and exclusivity with the contracts. For example, if you are attached your car with Ola, you cannot attach your car with again Bharati Call Taxi or anything like that. This case study is almost one-sided case study, I can tell you. Okay, that means everything is as per CCI. Ola is right in all respect. Ola is right in all respect. They did nothing wrong. Like that, the case law was ended. I can say it is an anti-climax case study, because Fast Track, then Bharati Call Taxi and Meru and all, they lost heavily because of Ola and Uber. Correct? But this in the CCI, Competition Commission, it was proved that Ola is not having dominant position. Okay, based on percentage of the growth, okay, based on the number of trips they have taken, it is very, very difficult to prove that Ola is not having dominant position, but they proved it. Okay, it seems that that's how they made the case law. So A, B and C they have given. C you have to assume as Ola, and A and B you just assume as say Fast Track or Bharti kind of. So ultimately in this case, whatever A and B filed against C, they told it cannot be proved, it cannot be proved, and it cannot be proved. So whether they abuse dominant position, no, they are not having dominant position only. Whether they have been unfair trade practices, no, they have not made any unfair trade. There is no evidence to prove. Okay, see, we will tell when there is an exclusive distribution kind of, as per the anti-competitive agreement, we will tell what, whether it is in writing or not, whether it is oral, whether it is enforceable or not, it is anti-competitive. That's what the answer is. But here they are saying there is no evidence to prove. See, yes, evidence may not be there, but ultimately it is very easy to find. But CCI told what, there is no evidence to prove that these people are holding a dominant position or unfair trade practices. So this is what, but this question is full of MCQ. This is the case study number 8. So these two case studies are 50 marks case study. So you cannot expect the 50 marks case studies to in your examination. They will break this case study. Okay. So 25 marks. So what they are whenever the Competition Act case study is coming, they are keep on asking the word relevant market. Okay, geographical market, relevant market. So definition in Competition Act is very important. The definitions in the Competition Act is very important. Then